Sports market lays this divide of apps versus apparel brands, claims that Strava is the last one of the Mohicans then from the former, might be doomed over the long term and will end up absorbed. How important is being independent for a current Strava manager? What kind of offer will it take to actually consider being absorbed?
I think when you take a step back and think about what Strava's built, the independence that we've had has been really, really important. Our goal and our mission at Strava is to build the world's foremost social network for athletes. Personally, I don't believe you can do that if you're owned by a shoe or apparel manufacturer. I think it's they're kind of diametrically opposed and conflicting things. So I think independence is really important. If you think about the other big social networks in the world, you think about how Facebook built the social network itself, you think about how LinkedIn built a professional network. We believe Strava is and will be the sports network. And so actually, therefore, then being independent as part of that is really important, because we think that Strava can be a platform for all of the sports brands in the world. They should be building their own presences and mini communities of Strava of their own. And so for me, that's only possible. We can only reach that goal if we're not owned by one party over another. And the other big thing that we know we have benefited from our independence is our desire to be compatible with everyone's hardware. So whether that's Sunto watches or Garmin bike computers or Polar heart rate monitors, we are absolutely so keen that we retain the ability to partner with all these great sports brands. And so, yeah, we have no plans. We are every day, we think Strava grows and becomes more powerful in terms of the members we have. And so we do not foresee any change in that kind of continuing in the future.
Okay, so Strava is a software specialist to build future. Would it be sensible to consider it moving to provide a fully integrated ecosystem, including hardware, same as Apple does? And if so, would fitness wristbands be the first target, as having the widest sports gadget potential, or would it prioritize top-of-the-line GPS watch, like items, and then work down the prestige ladder into other items?
Wow. I think the first thing to say is that the world probably doesn't need any more hardware manufacturers. There are so many wearable makers, and the wearable market is already huge. So it's not in our plans at the moment. Never say never, but it's one of the benefits that we see, and it comes back to my last answer a little bit, is being a software company and building great software allows us to partner with all of the great hardware manufacturers in the world and make sure that we can get athlete activity off of everyone's phone, off of everyone's GPS unit and onto Strava. Strava is the platform that kind of helps support the community side of it. Doing hardware is really, really hard, and we're a software company at this stage, and we don't see any reason why we would try and change that. We don't really see any huge advantage to trying to change that when we can, where our athletes are already running with their Sunto watches and their Garmin bike computers and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of not the game and the business we're in, and there's no plans to change that at the moment.
So how relevant is the Spanish-speaking market to Strava, and what 10% of its global advertising investment does it accordingly allocate to Spanish media?
The Spanish market is super important to Strava as we grow, and I don't just talk about kind of mainland Spain here. I think of large parts of South America as well. It's super important, and we're starting to see some real member growth in South America. Strava doesn't really advertise, and we're not a traditional sports company, and our approach to our marketing communications is very different to lots of traditional sports companies. So in that sense, we see Spain as really important, and we invest in a new market by trying to actually have a presence there, and know the right people, and actually, I guess, create and stoke the community. And so we know Strava kind of grows out of cities. So Barcelona, Madrid, both really, really important cities for us that we would invest in a physical way rather than trying to rather than throwing advertising money at something where it's really hard to understand Strava through an advert in a magazine or something.
Okay.
Cool.